Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to throw a set of these SS Vision LED light strips, not on a vehicle, but on something totally different. Coming up next. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and throw them on our 2021 Jayco Eagle fifth wheel camper. Why? Because outdoor season is right around the corner. In fact, for me, it starts, well, by the time you've seen this video. But I don't have a lot of vehicles we do off-roading with, and I've always wanted to, since I got this camper, was to put a little more underbody lighting, underglow, underneath the camper, because there's one small little light right by the stairs that really is useless, and I want something a little better, a little brighter, a little more fun. Now these lights, they are LED strips. There are 4 sections in the package here. They are Bluetooth compatible for an app on your mobile device. They have a remote control, and hoping they're gonna fit the bill for giving me a little more usable light underneath the camper and just in this area. While we do have a pretty large overhead strip light for our canopy, that can be very bright. So just some subtle lighting underneath, especially to kick your shoes off at night, figure out where one of the dog toys rolled, or just have a little bit more ambient lighting. So what I'm gonna do is lay these things out, hook up some power, and figure out where we're gonna place them so we have the most effective use of these lights in here. So let's take them out of the box. So down there in the box are the instructions, some zip ties, the remote control, but the important part here is your power, your receiver with a little IR thing for the remote control, and your 4 LED strips that are all bound together. So I'm gonna lay these things down on the ground, get them unrolled, and see just how far the light casts, because I don't wanna have all the light in just one little area. I'd like to spread these out as much as I can while still having even light underneath the trailer. All right, I've got unbound in the middle, sort of our midpoint here, which on the trailer works pretty well. So I should be able to unwind all of these cables and lay out end to end and see just where I'm gonna place them. I'm assuming that the span between the strips with the light gives an indication of how much or how the light's going to diffuse or spread out once these are mounted. But we're gonna go ahead and apply some power as well, just to make sure. Now these do have some flex to them, so if you wanna try and contour shape around a body contour or something, you can do that. They also have some self-adhesive on the back of them and some holes for using zip ties for adhesion, or possibly some small screws, depending on your application. Now for me, these are gonna sit underneath the camper on a flat surface. Well, I had a phone call, but I'm back. Too bad for you. I got my jump pack, I got the lights strung out pretty long in terms of wiring, so they should go lengthwise as far as I need them to go. Let's go ahead, hook up a battery, and see how bright these things are. The one thing the instructions did not include is which for battery polarity, so we'll just punt. Here we go. All right, there's our initial lights. If you can see, go ahead and move you around a little bit. There we go. You don't need to see me, but here's 2 of them. There's 2 more strips. Oh, jump pack turned back off because I didn't see a load. There we go. Here's our other 2 runs of lights here. So definitely pretty bright. So what I want to do is I want to take these back to the camper, slide underneath, and figure out where we can put them so they are best displayed. And I'm probably going to go ahead and wire them into the existing switch on the side of the camper before I go ahead and start playing with these anymore, just so I have a good power source. All right, well, I've got just the wires are temporarily connected underneath here, and we can power on the switch and we'll see all of our lights come on. Now my question is, do I want to have these things facing down towards the ground or facing up and then reflecting back down? I think down is going to be what I want to do. So I'm going to run along here quick and just take a couple pieces of electrical tape, tie them underneath and kind of test fit where I'm going to put these things. And my goal is, like I said, we're going camping this weekend. Check out the fitment, the placement once it's dark, because, well, it's the middle of the afternoon right now, and figure out what's the best placement. And then if I need to shift them around a little bit, I can, and then I'll mount them in place permanently. I'm going to work from the center out. Here's my wiring. Here's my little IR for the remote. Have to figure out a place to set him. Maybe just he'll dangle underneath. We'll see. But for right now, it's going to get just electrical taped up. So we're out of the way for the moment. And in reality, I'll probably use the Bluetooth app more than anything to control these things on and off. So I don't know that I'm going to be terribly dependent on the remote in my specific situation. Now we already have the one light directly under the stairs, so I don't need to put another one right there. And my goal is to keep the colors the same kind of purplish blue for most of the time. So everything should match more or less. All right, here's one set of lights. So definitely I have enough to go all the way to the front of the camper from here. So I'm going to put a strip way up in the nose. And I've got solid steel frame rail that I can mount to. Alrighty, well, you can see the lights are under there. For now, it's, like I said, bright as day, not too helpful for seeing how they all work in terms of placement. But let's see if I can at least get colors to match that of the current lights. And that's kind of a purpley blue. Ooh, there we go. That's almost a perfect match. Okay, we have everything in there temporary. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Now, if I turn it back on, it should hopefully retain the last settings for the colors. And there we go. Okay, so now we have light, but it's still too daylight, too bright out to see exactly how it's going to look. So what I'm going to do is continue getting the camper ready to go camping. And I'm going to catch up with you when we've made it down to the campground and we can see how this thing looks a little more in its element outdoors and not in the shop. So I do have to do a little more tidying up of the wiring, hold things in place because right now they're just sort of setting underneath on the framework. So I need to attach them a little better to get down there so they don't fall off going down I-94. And like I said, I'll catch up with you when we're in the campground, and in the meantime, I'm going to work on getting the app on my phone so we can control it from there too. Well, we are down here in the campground now, and you can see, cycling through a bunch of the different colors, plenty bright under the camper. Granted, I did enhance the exposure a little bit for the low light, but plenty of brightness, plenty of light. We can cycle through different fades, different cross patterns. You can strobe. You can do slow cycles. crossfade between 3 or 7 different colors, a standard color on. But overall, just a ton of different options you can choose from using either the remote or the app on your phone. And that was the original light. We've got a strobe light function here to annoy all the neighbors in the campground. And if you can see with the app, I've got plenty of options. You know, again, sorry for the low light, but I can cycle through an entire color palette for that very finite or very fine color selection, as well as there's presets you can also choose. Now, if you had a microphone or a audio source input, you could make this thing dance to the different colors with the music or noise, but being in a campground and it's dark and late, I'm not going to crank up the stereo because that'd be a little rude, but that option does exist. Overall, I think a very good setup for extra light at the campground under our camper. And here I'm just talking into the microphone of my phone, so it picks up the audio so you can have your lights change color to the different noise it picks up with the microphone. Well, we're back from camping, and as you can see, the lights were pretty awesome. I didn't do a whole lot of other stuff afterwards because it was dark, cameras, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, you can see the lights did perform pretty well. They did exactly what I wanted them to do, which is illuminate more under the camper and also change colors now and then for fun. Like I said, I did have a microphone on the light unit itself, so it could pick up music if you have something playing nearby, your voice, as well as a bunch of different color changing options. Too many for me to just sit there and list through all of them in the video, but you could scroll through different colors, strobe, crossfade, plenty of options there, as well as an entire color wheel, brightness option as well. So again, pretty good addition to the camper. I'm sure I'm going to like using them this summer, and hopefully for more summers to continue. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button below, like the video. What do you guys have in your RV or camping rigs for fun little upgrades like this, whether it's lighting or sound or something? What do you got? Let me know below, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.